Okay, this last video is about creating a route in Basecamp. So I've got the map level set to medium here. The reason I've got it set to medium is that when you want to move around, it's much quicker to get the map into the kind of area that you want to go to. You see, if you put it onto highest with the highest level of detail and start moving the map around, it gets quite laggy. Sometimes you can end up waiting quite a frustrating while for the map to load in the area that you want. So leave it on medium, get to where you want, broadly speaking. Use the wheel mouse to zoom into it, broadly where you want to be. And I want to be here because I live somewhere around about here. And then select the map detail to highest, which is what I've done. And there we go. That's where I live, just under Forston, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to create a short circular route. There's no need to use waypoints. If you have a specific need to use a waypoint, then by all means do, but in general there's no need to use waypoints. So I'm going to just start a route, and that way you start a route, see, you can press this button here, new route, or you can right click and begin route on the map. Whichever way you want, it's not a problem. Don't bother with this trip business, just on your waypoint, just begin route. So we're going from there. Use the pen to where you want to go. So I'm going to go up to Cerne Abbas, somewhere along the line here. Up that road, nice road. Then I'm going to pop across to the A37. Just before, so I'm going to click it on the old. In fact, I'm not going to go to the A37 just yet there. I'm going to go a bit further north. Now you can see that I'm a bit stuck now. I want to go further north and I can't really see any more on the map. If you move the mouse up, it'll change into an up arrow. Just click on that and it will nicely take you a little bit higher. And the road I'm looking for is here. So I want to go off on this road here. Okay, and now I'm going to go across. Same thing happens over here. You could just hold the mouse over and it will just turn into a nice little arrow for you. We're going to go to Holywell on the A37. Let's do it just beforehand. And then I think I'm going to go across to the A356 along this road. Here we go. And we'll come back down through Buckland, Newton, Frampton, Grimstone on the A37. If I do it to Bradford Peveril there, and then back to my route here, take us through Rackleford. Okay, so there's my circular route. Now I've finished the route. I've still got this annoying line coming out of my pencil. The way to get rid of that is just to hit escape once you finish the route. So that's now a nice circular route. I've hit escape. I haven't got that annoying line coming out of my pen. And now I'm going to turn it into a hand to pan across the map. So I've got control of the map again, not messing around with the route. Okay, so that's the route all set, it's all done. Here it is down in the planning area. So I've got my planning list, that's where I created it. In my planning area, not a great name, so I'm just going to give it a name. Just click on it twice, or you can right click and rename. And we'll just call this the Cerne Grimstone Loop. That'll do. Cerne Grimstone Loop. Okay, so that's what I've given it a nice friendly name. Okay, so my Cerne Grimstone Loop, as I showed you before, double click on that. We can see it's at 29.6 miles, going to take me 51 minutes all told, and it's a magenta. Don't like magenta, let's got it blue. Okay, close that down, so there we go, nice blue, looks quite good. Okay, right, so I'm looking at this map and I decide that actually I want to take a little slight detour. So the first thing I want to do is, I know that this road's quite good, but actually I could like fancy doing it a bit quicker. So I'm going to move this line here over to this road here. So you grab the Alt button, press the Alt button, click on the route, drag it across. Okay, so the route's now been diverted out here, and now I've got this stray Forston line here, this start point, which I don't want to be there, so I'm going to move that point to somewhere here to give me a loop, and we do that by using Move Point button here. Just click on it, drag it into there. That's great, and then the finished move point is there as well, so I'll just take that to the same point. Okay, nice circular loop. Back to the hand, can move things around. Okay, same thing's happened here. I've got this, so I could move this point or I could delete it. We'll have a go at deleting it this time. So if you come up here, we've got the delete button, erase, click on that. That via point can then be deleted. You see the little cross develops on there when it's ready to be deleted. So it won't delete anything else unless it's a via point. There's one there. So if I just delete that, then it will recalculate the route, and I've got rid of that artificial via point, which is great. Back to the hand. Zoom out. That is my route. So what I've shown you is how to create a route and how to modify it using the move button, move point button, or the erase point button. Lots of things you can do with this route now. You can right click on it, you can invert the route. So at the moment it's going anti-clockwise. If I invert the route, it'll go clockwise. So that's good. You can see by these arrows here telling me it's going a clockwise direction. That's great. I might want to trim a little bit of the route out between two via points, so I can use the divide button, and that will divide between 2 points. So it's going to divide between the start point and that point there. If I just click that, so we'll share the same point, yes, and now you'll see I've got CERN loop, which starts off that one, so we're going to call that now part 1. And then this is, for me, I'm going to call this CERN loop, CERN Grimstone loop part 2. Okay, and I'm going to call it my afternoon ride, so I'm going to change the colour of that. So double click it. I like it to be red in the afternoon. Okay, close that down. Here we go. So we've got blue route first leg, red route second leg. Okay, final thing now is to take these two routes and put them somewhere. So I'm going to put it into Jim's routes. And I'm going to put it into route planning. No, let's go for saved routes. Look, saved routes. I'm going to drop it in here. So at the moment, I've got it in my planning. These two here. So in saved routes, I'm going to right click, create a new list. Here's my new list. I'm going to call it the CERN Grimstone loop. That's great. Go back into planning, take both of those. So I just clicked and highlighted both of them and move it like this into the CERN Grimstone loop. Okay, so now they're in the CERN Grimstone loop. They're also in a planning, so now I can delete those out of that. I've deleted from that list, and I can do my next plan route, without that being in the way. Nice clean map to start off with, but if I want to go back to it, I go, oh, it's a CERN Grimstone loop, and there it is. And that's it. Route planning.